What's up, guys, and welcome to my review for Andor, episodes 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be talking about 3 in a little bit here. I haven't seen it yet, but as soon as I'm done talking about the first two episodes, we're going to snap our fingers and we're going to talk about episode 3. So it's going to be fun. Spoiler reviews. This is my spoiler thoughts on the show so far. That has 21 episodes, 23 episodes in this season, and they're already working on season 2. After watching the first two episodes, that kind of scares me. Um, Look, a lot of people are raving about this, and that could be because of episode 3. I mean, I've heard a lot of great things about the third episode of the show, and I haven't seen it yet. Uh, but from the first two episodes, it's very slow. The show is a very slow burn. It's interesting. I mean, you're entertained, but at the same time, you can feel it dragging. This show takes place before Rogue One, and we see Cassian Andor as this guy who was born at a place, and he lived at a place that he doesn't want anybody to know about. And we get flashbacks of him with a group of kids fighting pieces of the Empire. This is what we see in episode 2. I mean, there's a fight, there's a crash. Somebody survives, shoots the leader of the team, and then he turns around. He looks at the ship and he squeezes his fist. So we'll see what happens there. But uh, you know, he's now on the run because he commits a crime in episode 1. The very beginning of the episode, he's coming out of the bar and he gets entangled with these two guys and he kills one on accident, and then he just blasts the other one. He just pops the other one off. And we've seen him do this before. First time we see him in Rogue One, he gets the information he needs to. He pops the guy off. So it's not too far off from his character. Look, I think Diego Luna is excellent in the show. I mean, he is excellent as Cassian Andor, and I think the writing is good. I just think there's a lot of padding so far. Anyway, there's a lot of fluff. Once he actually gets on the move and he meets Stellan Skarsgård and they get together, which I'm assuming is happening in the next episode, we see bits of him arriving at the planet. We don't know what that's all about, but it's all very interesting. It's all very intriguing, but it's all set up at this point. We meet his sister, played by Adria Ajorna, who's actually really good in this. Fiona Shaw, she plays the mother of Andor. What the hell is her name? She's the asshole aunt, Dursley, Mrs. Dursley. Yeah. Uh, but she's good in the show. She has a really powerful scene in the second episode where she's asking, what's going on? What's going on? What did you do? Kyle Soller is Cyril, and he's the bad guy of the show. I don't know about the whole season, but so far, he's out for blood, and he's after Cassian. He's not a very compelling villain. And honestly, I don't like the performance that Kyle Soller is giving. It's very mustache twirling, very wooden. I just feel like he's a very wooden, cliched character. I mean, maybe we'll see more of what he's capable of in further episodes, but as of right now, not great. It's just really wooden, really basic, and I'm just thinking, what was the purpose of this show? Why make this show? Um, it's really well shot. The cinematography is beautiful. The direction is really good. We got Tony Gilroy, who's doing the scripts to these. Really good scripts. I mean, the dialogue, the actual story, and the plotting is really good, but it's taken a while to get there. And I think they told them, well, we're going to do 20 plus episodes, so you're going to have to really stretch this thing out as far as you can. And then do a season 2. which may be just as long. So I don't know. I think they're overcooking it. I feel like Star Wars isn't special anymore. Force Awakens was a time where you'd come back to it and it was still this special thing, and then you'd get it a year later with the last 2 years later with the Last Jedi, um, and it was still kind of special, but the movie sort of started to really screw with the fans. And then we got Solo, which was just kind of average. Recasting Harrison Ford, another film. Just why do it? Why do it? Uh, and then they come out with Rise of Skywalker, which I think personally is probably the best of the new trilogy. I mean, Force Awakens is probably the best made overall and best written, but Rise of Skywalker at least gives you answers. You might not like the answers, but the thing stops being a cocktease, and it gives you the answers that you want, that these two past movies didn't give you. And it actually does things. I appreciated that. But Mandalorian, I mean, I think is the best thing to come out of Disney owning Lucasfilm. I think it's like Mandalorian season 1 and 2 are the best so far. I mean, I'm not really caring for the show too much right now. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I thought was good. It was good. It was not great, but I mean, it had great things in it, great scenes in it, great overall arcing story. The main thing that didn't work for me in that show is the Reva character. But if you thought she was bad, this Cyril guy takes it to the next level with the mustache twirling. I would rather her 1,000 times over this guy. She wasn't as wooden. He's wooden. So that's where I'm at with this. We're gonna watch episode 3, and then we'll see where we're at. And guess what? We're back just like that. Just watched episode 3. Holy cow! Why weren't the first 2 episodes like this? I am on a totally different tune, because this is a really well made episode. I loved this episode. This is one of the best Star Wars Disney Plus episodes out of any of the seasons. This was so good and so riveting. Guess what? You got the Imperials. They're coming down. This guy, this pretty boy, this idiot, this asshole that I don't like. And the performance is just, I don't know. I don't really care for it. He seems like just this pretty Prince Charming that I wish he would have got his head blown off in this, but he didn't. They come down at the same time. Cassian's trying to get out. He's trying to get his money. Everything from the first 2 episodes comes to a head. He meets Bill Skarsgård. They team up, and guess what? It reminded me of Han Solo teaming up with Woody Harrelson's character in the Solo movie. Very similar. This, I think, their dynamic is a little better. They're not just as buddy buddy friends. Um, there's some tension in the beginning, and I'm so excited to see where it goes. But the woman who plays not his mother in this show, she's Mrs. Dursley, Aunt Dursley from Harry Potter. She's not his mother, and I learned that in this episode. I don't know if they said it in the first 2, I missed it, but in this one, guess what? She found him as a boy and took him in. Um, and I thought that was brilliant. And he doesn't even speak the English language; he speaks a different language. So I love that. His accent isn't just because of Diego Luna. It's also, you can say, because he learned the English accent through Mrs. Dursley. This droid is involved. I mean, I thought it was just so good. And the droid, I love the droid. I think the droid is great. Um, yeah, and the parallels of him getting rescued as a child and technically rescued again by Bill Skarsgård, which wasn't even supposed to be a rescue, but how the hell was he going to get out of there? He probably wasn't. Um, yeah, I mean, you find out that this idiot that's been sleeping with his sister, or if it's not his sister, it's a very close friend. They have this sort of bond. But the Ajorna, I believe the actress' name is, the guy that's been sleeping with her, he's not a fan of Andor coming around, and he throws him under the bus. He's the one who turned him in to the authorities, and he gets blasted at the end of it. He gets killed, and I think he deserved it. Um, and she's getting smacked against the wall. She's handcuffed to the wall. I thought it was all really good. The music, the editing, just the filmmaking, Tony Gilroy's screenplay, all of it, the directing. This episode is where it's at. And if you watch the first two, like I did, and you say, oh, I'm not quite hooked, you got to get to episode 3. Then it'll hook you. Um, that is how some people even say about the prequel trilogy. I, in fact, like the first two prequel films, but that's kind of a comparison. So, yeah, the show so far, episode 3, loving it. Episode 1 and 2, it was a slow build. So, hoping that it stays consistent and we stay at a high note. Because it hooked me. Thank goodness. Really enjoying it now. So, guys, comment your thoughts. What do you think about Andor? Did you watch the first 3? Did you only watch the first one? And you said, maybe not. I'm telling you, get through episode 3, and I think it'll be worth your while. Also, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We got She-Hulk coming tomorrow, the finale. Going to be doing a spoiler review for that. A review for Don't Worry, Darling, coming tomorrow night. And also, a 4K Blu-ray update videos coming in the future. I'm going to be doing a full series review for Falcon and Winter Soldier that I just finished recently. And some more stuff to come in the future, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video of my spoiler thoughts and review for Andor, episodes 1, 2, and 3. And until next time, over and out.